It doesn't feel like it wants to go left, and it's in A1 setting.
Yeah, it's like we haven't touched the line angle yet, right? This might go in here.
Do it. Oof. That's good. It's really, really nice. All right, guys, welcome back. So we've done a deep dive into the new driver line. We've done a deep dive into FUTUREFIT33. We're going to look into the fairways and hybrids now, but that's also a look into FUTURE33. That's a big achievement to bring this loft sleeve with you into fairways and hybrids.
For sure. Obviously, with drivers, it's great to be able to dial in loft and lie. And drivers, we're typically looking for distance. When we get into fairways and hybrids, often we're looking for gapping or a certain shot or certain yardage.
Yep.
So again, having those 33 settings in fairways and hybrids just helps even that much more.
It's massive. There was a great point made. I remember, I think it was you that made it in the meeting this morning, saying, people will always come in with this favorite old 3-wood, or they've got a kind of awkward gap, and trying to fill that gap is a little bit challenging because if you go just to a directional loft, you maybe lose face angle. All those options to try to decouple face and lie and loft and all those different things. It's a real challenge, but with 33 options, it just got a whole lot easier.
Yeah, if you go to a PGA Tour event and you start pulling off head covers on the range, the oldest clubs you're always going to find are 3-woods.
Totally.
Guys put it down, it looks the way it sits on the turf, it goes through the turf. So whenever we can change lie angle now, upright and flat, we can adjust loft without touching lie angle, it's going to help.
I love that. Okay, let's dive in there. Let's play around. Let's really dial in. Why don't we, obviously we've got the 3 heads and how sort of applicable they are to me. It's probably not that, to go through the full, but why don't we find a really good effective fairway wood, 3-wood, and let's find a really good hybrid as well.
Okay, let's do it.
Awesome. All right, lads. A1, we're going to start with the X head.
Yeah, so when we move into fairways, this is a big topic that always comes up. If you're an LS guy and driver, you're not necessarily an LS guy in fairway, right? So the X seems to be the the home run for fairways. It's the best balance of guys that like to hit it off the turf and off the tee, which sounds like what you like to do with the fairways, right?
Without a doubt, yeah, definitely. And I think I was going to look at the presentation earlier on of the kind of the face heights. LS is deeper, then it gets a little bit shallower, but kind of very neutral in the X. And then obviously into the Max.
Max is very kind of elongated and pancake, which helps with launch, right?
Massively. No, this looks fantastic. It really does.
Yeah, so gamer shaft, A1 setting to start, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
And with fairway wood, is your same miss kind of that too far left?
Yeah. I make an early call here. Just go straight into LS. I just think the way the LS is going to look a little bit more like sitting toe down and right. I feel like
that spin's kicking up a little bit too. It's not crazy, but it's higher. I
just kind of felt in the first one like I was going to have to start making sort of adjustments, and actually this sits amazing. I'm looking at the bottom of it. Like we've got 2 13s and a 3 to play with.
With the titanium weight, we can
go to town a little bit with this.
A lot of weight savings, right?
Big difference in lie angle in these two, X and LS?
LS is a little flatter, not a lot.
Certainly coming in that way. A little higher in the head. Drop the spin a touch.
Really knuckly, not lofted down a bit?
No.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. 13 in the toe in the back. I've done well. That was quite thin. Really well. That was the strike I wanted, just not the face. Amazing how much that lie angle has came down.
Good one.
Very close, yeah.
Nice flight to it.
Yeah, I hit that one good. Definitely wasn't that thin.
Hanging in there.
Yeah, that's where the toe weight's coming in. Toe and lie angle, to be fair.
Is that as flat as it can go?
You think we try it just to see?
Why not?
Yeah, let's go. Again, let's go full extreme. Let's go all the way flat.
Yeah.
See if it's too much, and then we can move it in from there. Nice there.
Little sawed-off finish.
Something we were playing around with the other day when we were doing some iron stuff is like if I start losing it left, if I just cut off the finish, like it's amazing the difference it makes to that one that just doesn't go.
Here's your little toe down a little bit.
Yeah.
Spin comes down too.
Really good.
Tommy Fleetwood action.
Yeah. Really, it really helps.
Good too.
Yeah, that was nice and solid. Like obviously a little bit of swing feel thing here, but I don't feel like I'm going to hit it left. I definitely don't.
And now we've got that line go flatter. The last two you've been dynamically toe down.
Yeah.
And you would hit this off the tee and off the fairway?
Yeah.
So that spin rate being kind of that mid 3,000, that's great for a tee and fairway.
Yeah, definitely. I was worried about this one being sort of being a little bit on the low side. Yeah, I don't feel like it. Definitely don't feel like it is. It's my shape. There's no doubt about it. Like, I like the X, but
you like the deeper face.
If you're just going to give me an option, I'm
sure if you were to hit off a tee, hit a little higher in the face, you're going to be able to get it out there a little further, right? Really good.
Nice.
Nice and controllable.
New 3-wood for 2025.
Good. Well, you want a 3-wood to do, that's for sure.
Strikes are really good. Oh yeah,
so different.
The rocket.
Strike height.
Good. Need to move that green back.
Not what you were saying earlier.
I mean, those are driver-like launch conditions, right?
Yeah, which is definitely not really many times. You know, you're thinking about off the tee. I want it to perform like it would do off the fairway. You want it to have that difference. Same thing.
Another really good one.
This thing's so good.
Sold.
Yeah, we haven't had one that was sort of divey, too little spin for a 3-wood, right? Yeah, real good.
Lovely flight.
Yeah.
All right, so you've got a new 3-wood. Now on to a hybrid.
I find fairway wood to be, like we talked about, it's a lot of people's favourite club. I can often find, though, it can be the fastest fit. Somebody just hits a few and they just go, that's
yeah, especially if it's doing what you need it to do.
Yeah.
And that was, it was off the fairway, it's giving you the right spin. Once we moved the weight, into the fade setting, wasn't going left. How to look visually in the flat setting.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Loved everything about it, to be honest.
Yeah, and then off the tee, strike was a little higher in the face, spin was a little lower, so it was a great longer option off the tee, and then it was give you the right amount of spin off the fairway.
Yeah.
So
it certainly, when we moved that strike up, it really didn't spin too low either. It just launched higher.
Yeah, and also with the titanium construction, we saved a little bit of weight. You mentioned right away, you noticed the weights in this head are 13, 13, and 3. So we can move a lot of weight around. And once we did that, we noticed right away you had none of those left.
That's big for me to not kind of have a little bit more mass behind if I do lose that one with the toe. It's great.
Okay, so let's talk hybrid. What's the longest iron you play? 4-iron?
4.
How far do you hit that?
Or 220.
We probably need like a 235.
230, 235. Yeah,
Carry
yeah, 35. Okay. This looks great. This looks fantastic. Nice little 3 hybrid. Played 3 hybrids in the past and I didn't really think of why I kind of moved out of hybrids.
We moved to like higher lofted fairway woods.
Yeah.
What's the last hybrid you played?
There's never been a hybrid or not been a hybrid for some time it's really been in the bag with a chance.
Yeah, big changes here from Dark Speed. FUTUREFIT33 in the hybrid. So for the last, I can't count how many years, all of our inline hybrids have been glued in. So from a fitting standpoint, no adjustability. And now also the sizing of this has changed a little bit. So the Dark Speed hybrid was actually a smaller kind of footprint. We've actually kind of made this a little larger, a little easier to launch. Also, players are fitting into DS-ADAPT irons probably need a little more help getting the small iron. So a little update in the shaping as well.
Tell you what, I mean, the last two haven't been, you hear the sound of the miss hit, but you look up and it's
looks so easy.
Hanging in there really nicely.
Coming back.
It was almost.
If you were to game a hybrid, would it be a T club or into like long par 3s into par 5? Like you're looking for higher spin than lower spin?
I wouldn't generally wouldn't hit it off the tee. I'd like my swing to be in a spot where I can hit it off the tee. There's times when I really enjoy hitting them off the tee. Wouldn't be that far away from that today with angle attack being down a little bit, but if that angle attack gets up, I kind of hit it
Left
a little too low and heely. And
Good strike.
that's close. That's what I want the flight to look like. I just catch it a little more up the head.
Does it feel like it wants to go left at all on you?
No.
No?
No, not feeling that in the slightest.
It doesn't feel like it wants to go left, and it's in A1 setting.
Yeah, I was gonna say we haven't touched the angle yet, right?
To be honest, bit of a born fit this one because I feel like I'm going almost right in.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I mean, we could, your dynamic lie is a touch up, nothing crazy. We could look at going a little, tiny bit flat, but
Yeah.
launch and spin seems to be kind of in the window you're looking for. That's not, obviously no adjustable weights in this, heel or toe, so we wouldn't be changing CG.
Fraction flatter wouldn't be the worst.
Let's try it.
Yeah. We're gonna go to B4. So we're not gonna go all the way to extreme as A5. We're gonna go to B4, which is standard loft, but 1.4 flat. There's a good one.
Strike.
That was the first one that really actually cut.
Yeah. Loaded a little bit longer for you. 4,700.
I think the kind of theme of the day for me has been really great misses. Just whether it was the driver, whether it was the fairway wood, certainly into this guy. I feel like the misses have been really, really good.
Every time keep tinkering with the hosel, and that strike point gets tighter and tighter and dispersion gets tighter. It's nice to have all those options.
Yeah, just to fine tune, right?
Totally.
Yeah, so there you go. That was the first one, 0.5 toe down.
Yeah.
And the last two shots have both been start right of the line with a right spin axis.
I mean, it kind of wanted to turn, but I feel like that might have been, maybe a little bit in that lie angle. It just didn't.
Yeah, again, there you were just a touch toe down. The first three you hit with this in A1 were good, but they all turned over. They were all little draws, right? Where these last three have all been start line a little more right and just kind of hung out there. Even that looked like it wanted to go left and it just hung in.
Like you said in the beginning, almost a little boring fit because it just works right away.
It's just right in there, isn't it?
Really good.
Every time I get the start line great, it's fraction thin.
Ben, that's not going to hurt you in the golf course.
No, it's not at all. There's a lot of good ones in there.
There you go.
So nice.
I don't know if I've ever hit a series of shots where I've had so much face control as that last bunch of whatever is 8 or 9 shots.
Yeah.
Like it comes down to how well do you strike it. Bunch of variables are going on there, but really, really good stuff.
Yeah, again, once we moved that a little flatter, we got your dynamic lie on average to be a touch toe down. And it just tightened everything up. Similar to what we saw on the driver and the fairway.
Yeah, let's have a little look at where we start and then where we finish from a dispersion standpoint.
There you go. So perfect example, right? We started off A1. It was pretty good. We were joking that you could have been an A1 guy for this.
Could have just, could have shut it down there.
With these 33 settings, we can be picky, we can fine tune. So all we did was just go a little flatter. We went to B4, not all the way to A5 like we did in the fairway and the driver. And again, we didn't touch loft. If you look at your ball speed, launch, and spin, those didn't change. All we changed was that start line, help with your left miss. And again, and look at the carry, exact same. All we changed was a little bit right bias.
And that's kind of the level of detail now that having those options in there is going to give you you don't have to settle for, okay, that's good, but that's all we got. And like as you said earlier, if you had a bonded club, that's kind of it.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. And to be honest, you'd be quite happy with the red, yellow dispersion there. But when you see the alternative, R&D will probably feel pretty proud of themselves and what they've achieved and putting that into the hybrid because that's the fruits of the labor right there in a fit like this.
Yeah, when I first saw FUTUREFIT33 and I heard it was in the hybrids, I was almost more excited it was in the hybrids than the driver because in hybrids, there really is your fine-tuning, whether it's a yardage or a shot shape or a miss. And again, with 33 settings, you can really dial that in.
Okay, guys, really, really impressive stuff as the family evolves, as we get a chance to see down the line the way this sleeve truly unlocks the potential within the head. Fair to say, Cobra have always been known as a company that make fast, high-performance products. This takes that several layers further. Like we said, it's not a step, it's a leap.
Right.
That's a big thing to talk about, is for this to then get the credit it deserves, it kind of needs this in order to back up what's under the hood.
Yeah, we kind of thought we'd be doing a disjustice not having the FUTUREFIT in the hybrids. And again, we talked about drivers, you know, for fitting, for the most part, it's generally for distance. When we move to these fairways and hybrids, it's for a certain job in the bag. So having all these options in the fairways and hybrids just really helps us dial in a shot shape, a gapping, or a miss.
One thing I'll say about this, it's very neutral in its shape and it's how it sort of sets up. It doesn't sit open or closed. But obviously the fairway woods, like we tried with the X and the LS, you can be a bit more picky with those. Obviously footprint's a little larger than the X. It definitely sat up a little bit more. Wasn't certainly toe up. First shot I hit with it was 4 degrees toe up, which was good. But knowing that we've got a little bit more in the locker, and you getting to sort of observe like where I like to see the ball and take that left out of play, that was really cool to see that play out.
Yeah, we started in the X, as you mentioned, you like, fairways off the tee and the fairway. We found out pretty quickly it was a little spinny. Moved to the LS. You were worried maybe the LS would be too low spin.
Definitely.
Once we got that weight kind of more in that fade setting, dialed in the angle, it was great. And this was really good too. Like, good point there, a lot of hybrids, hybrids sometimes get a bad rap in the industry that they're drop bias or they're left. This really is a neutral hybrid. And again,
really is.
with all those settings, we can make it flatter, we can make it up. We can make it draw if you want, or we can make it go right if you need.
Yeah, no, it's really, really cool stuff. Okay, guys, you've seen the full family unlocked now. You've seen FUTUREFIT33 in its full glory. We've had the full gambit when we done the driver sort of test, and we moved into territories where we knew it wouldn't be good, but we just wanted to show the sort of adjustability and use quad obviously to pinpoint the accuracy of the adjustability from the sleeve. And then with the fairway hybrid, I feel like we've just went out, let's see it perform.
Yeah.
Let's just dial it in, which we've really, really done here. So hope you guys enjoyed this. Really, really fun to be down here at HQ, getting the full rundown on what's coming out for 2025. Really, really exciting stuff. And you can, I'm sure, hear it from us. We're absolutely cannot wait to get this into the bay and into your guys' hands. So stay tuned for more, guys. We will see you again soon.